It's one of the first minerals on the periodic table, and according to conventional wisdom, it's non-essential, meaning you don't need it and your body can't use it. In fact, it was even outlawed at one point. But not long ago, an Australian scientist uncovered an astonishing fact. In parts of the world where the soil and water are rich in this trace mineral, joint issues are virtually non-existent. And in areas where it's depleted from the soil, joint pain and stiffness skyrocket over 800%. It flies in the face of mainstream thinking, but according to some eye-opening research, this worthless mineral may be the master key to keeping strong bones and smoother, more comfortable joints. As you can probably guess, it could be woefully lacking in the diet of most Americans, and most multivitamins don't even bother to include it. But this mineral could be the missing link in your joint health, the reason nothing you've tried before has worked quite as well as you hoped. I simply call it mineral number 5. And when you combine it with 3 other soothing nutrients, you've got a recipe for dramatic joint comfort, because this new approach to joint support can actually recharge the natural cushioning substance frozen inside your joints. And believe me, the difference could be night and day. Imagine riding in the bed of a pickup truck with worn-out shocks. You're sitting right on hard steel. Every little bump sends a painful jolt through your body. You can't even begin to get comfortable. But now picture yourself lounging in the back seat of a luxury sedan. You're floating over the road in total comfort as you stretch out in a soft, cushy seat. Now just imagine if your joints had that kind of cushioning support. You could smack your next tee shot without knees and hips throwing you off your game. You could get up smoothly from your seat, no matter how long you've been there. You could finally sleep the whole night through, without tossing and turning as you try to find that magic, comfortable position. And then you'd wake up feeling like $1,000,000, ready to spring into a new day. Imagine the freedom you'd feel if you could move with grace and comfort. If you didn't have to worry about paying a painful price just for doing something fun. Hi, my name's Dr. Alan Spreen. As an MD and Olympic dive coach, I've learned a thing or two about joint health. And what you're about to hear is big news. In the next few minutes, you'll learn the shocking truth about Master Mineral number 5 and how it's powering a new approach to joint health that's guaranteed to give you more freedom and mobility, and fast, or your money back. But as you're about to see, thanks to meddling government bureaucrats, this breakthrough almost never happened. Let me explain. The researcher who first noticed the correlation between mineral number 5 and joint health was an Australian soil scientist named Dr. Rex Newnham. And it just so happened that he suffered from the twinges and twangs of aging joints himself. So when he stumbled onto the startling facts about this supposedly worthless mineral, he began taking it in supplement form. And lo and behold, within a few weeks, his joints were unbelievably more comfortable. So he whipped up a few more batches of his joint formula and gave some to his friends and relatives. Soon this underground joint supporter became a bit of a sensation. Word started to spread about Master Mineral number 5. Stories of remarkable joint improvements started circulating. And Dr. Newnham was barely able to meet the surging demand. This humble nutrient was poised to revolutionize joint health. But that's when the Australian government stepped in, and you know what that means. This master mineral was promptly outlawed. Probably because it was just too cheap and too effective. And just like here in the U.S., the moment you start threatening the profits of big business, government lackeys swoop down on you in a heartbeat. They made it nearly impossible to get your hands on the master mineral, even illegal in some cases. They even slapped Dr. Newnham with a hefty fine. That pretty much extinguished the buzz surrounding the master mineral. And even now, hardly anyone knows the truth about this powerful trace mineral. But you do. And thanks to my team at North Star Nutritionals, you can take advantage of it for yourself. I'll tell you how in just a minute. But right now you're probably wondering, what is mineral number 5? And more importantly, can it really work for my joints? My friend, the master mineral is boron. And if this is the first time you've heard how important it is for your joints, I'm not surprised. For decades, the truth about its joint nourishing power has been suppressed. If you think about it, why else would such an important point about joint health be so under the radar? Especially when there's already such promising research on the books. It's an eye-opening study from joint researchers in the UK when 20 participants were given either 6 milligrams of boron or a placebo. The folks who took boron were 400% more likely to see an improvement in their joint comfort. Would a 400% better chance of improvement make a difference in your life? You bet. And that was just one of the early trials. Naturally, I can't wait to see the results of ongoing studies. I believe boron will soon be synonymous with supporting healthy joints. In fact, I feel so strongly about boron's importance for promoting bone and joint health, I made 2.5 milligrams of it a central part of my flagship joint formula, Centerflex. Why 2.5 milligrams instead of the 6 milligrams used in the study? There's a good reason. It's because I didn't settle for generic boron. Because the standard form, like what they used in that preliminary study and what they put in some multivitamins, simply isn't good enough. That's because it's not very well absorbed in your body. And that's probably why conventional wisdom says boron is worthless. Because they were using a worthless form of this powerful nutrient. So to make sure you get the comforting benefits, I searched for a better form of boron. And not long ago, I found exactly what I was looking for. It's called calcium fructoborate, and it's the superior form of boron, like what comes from plants grown in boron-rich soil. Remember how people who live in areas with high boron content in the soil are much less likely to have joint issues? Well, plant-based boron is their secret, and now you can take advantage of it no matter where you live. Studies show that it's both bioavailable and bioactive, which are scientists' way of saying it works. And I'm not just guessing about the effectiveness of this particular form of boron. The manufacturer just completed a pilot study on 20 people with discomfort and stiffness. Get this. After 4 weeks, taking 6 milligrams daily of calcium fructoborate, 62.5% of the participants reported less discomfort. And after 8 weeks, that number soared to 71%, and joint stiffness virtually disappeared. And as you already know, when the wear and tear on your joints affects your everyday tasks, results like this can make a huge difference in your life. So how would your life change if you could get out of bed with ease, walk around more comfortably, and climb stairs with a smile? Would you get outside more, spend more time with your grandkids? Maybe take that dream vacation? Don't answer just yet. Because calcium fructoborate is only part of Centerflex's multi-pronged approach to improve joint comfort. I've found a little-known trio of nutrients that work together to help cushion, comfort, and support your joints in a whole new way. And no, I'm not talking about glucosamine, chondroitin, and MSM. Those nutrients can help to rebuild cartilage over time. But many people who try them may never get the relief they're looking for. Why is that? Well, this may come as a surprise, but I believe cartilage is not the main source of your discomfort. Here's why. You have about 270 joints in your body, and they all have cartilage. But not all of them are likely to give you those twinges and twangs. See, the joints that give you the most trouble, like your knees, hips, elbows, shoulders, and hands, have something besides cartilage. It's called synovial fluid, and you can think of it as your body's own joint oil. It's a thick liquid designed to cushion, lubricate, and nourish those overworked joints. But over years of wear and tear, it starts to dry up. And before you know it, you've got creaking, grinding, and stiffness. It's just like a door hinge. Without some lubricating liquid, it can get extremely stiff and creaky. But when a door hinge starts squeaking, you don't rip it out and put in a new one. You just grab the 3-in-1 oil, give it a drop or two, and it's as good as new. And the truth is, your joints aren't all that different. Now, it's a little more complex than oiling a squeaky hinge, but if you could recharge the thick lubricating liquid in your joints, they'd be bathed in nourishing comfort. And for years, well-informed joint experts, like the doctors who treat professional athletes, have known exactly how to increase joint oil. They use a compound called hyaluronic acid, or HA, the primary building block of synovial fluid. With enough hyaluronic acid, your body has an easier time of making the natural lubrication in your joints. So even if your cartilage isn't what it used to be, you've still got a thick layer of comfort to rely on. But here's the problem. Until recently, there was only one way to deliver HA into your joints. Very large, painful, expensive injections. Ouch and no thanks. But what if I told you that a breakthrough in the way HA is manufactured now makes it possible to incorporate it into an easy-to-swallow capsule? And what if this same breakthrough could deliver the cushioning results of HA injections without the extravagant price tag? Well, that's exactly what happened. See, for years, HA was created in a lab through a bacterial fermentation process. It was a complex and expensive way to produce HA. Plus, it resulted in HA molecules that were too large for capsules, hence the giant needles. But not long ago, I discovered that a superior form of HA can be produced naturally from the collagen in rooster combs. Not only is this superior form of HA perfectly suited for easy-to-swallow capsules, it's also believed to be twice as effective at stimulating synovial fluid. It's called Herbal joint, and with this breakthrough in your arsenal, it's almost like having a grease gun for your joints, because each dose is like adding a few drops of your body's own natural joint oil. That means all the bending, crouching, and reaching you do every day could be wonderfully smooth and graceful. Imagine hopping into the car for a spur-of-the-moment road trip, driving for hours and feeling great when you reach your destination. Or how about taking the dog for a nice, long, leisurely walk, knowing you'll both feel better for it? And while you're at it, why not take care of that honey-do list? Fix what needs fixing, without your knees, hips, and elbows slowing you down. So can Herbal joint really make that kind of difference in your life? Well, judging from the heartfelt letters cluttering my desk, the answer is yes. You'll get to hear excerpts from a few of those letters here in just a bit, but I should point out there is a catch. Both boron and Herbal joint need time to build up in your system before you really feel the difference. How long? Usually about 4 weeks. Now I know what you're thinking. I'm hurting now. What if I don't want to wait a month to feel comfort flooding into my knees? What if I want my hips to start feeling better in days, not weeks? My friend, that's why I'm so excited about Cineflex. While boron and Herbal joint go to work on the long-term maintenance of your joint tissue and synovial fluid, these two botanical extracts start to address your discomfort fast. Now that may be hard to believe, but I can stand behind it for 2 reasons. One, because I've pored over the research on these two botanical extracts, so I've seen how quickly they chill the fiery enzymes in your joints. And 2, because I've felt the rapid results myself, along with thousands of others. These are 2 of the safest, strongest natural compounds I've ever encountered, and the first one is hiding in a place you'd never expect. An ice-cold beer. Yes, as strange as it sounds, compounds called alpha acids, found in every frosty pint, quickly go to work on swelling and stiffness. See, when you watch alpha acids in action, under a microscope, they absolutely crush the enzyme COX-2, which is one of those enzymes that can spell trouble for your joints. And they do it without a side effect to speak of. That's why this doctor recommends 433 beers a day for the sake of your joints. Okay, let me qualify that just a little. What I actually recommend is that you consume the equivalent amount of alpha acids each day. Try it, and you could feel a difference in the first week. See, alpha acids actually come from hops. And I've found a source of premium hops extract that's concentrated specifically so each dose contains 433 bottles worth of alpha acids. According to my research, that's the perfect amount of alpha acids, just enough to keep your joints comfortable in no time flat. Trust me, I was as surprised as you to find out that a frosty beer holds such impressive science. And hey, if you want to have a cold one just to prime the pump a little bit, you won't hear a peep out of me. But like I said, hops extract is only half of Cineflex's duo of comforting herbs. And while hops is new to the joint health world, its counterpart has been around for a long time, as in millennia. That's right, this natural joint soother has been in use for more than 3,000 years. It's called boswellia, and it's a potent herb from India. So the obvious question is, if there's a joint-soothing herb with a 3,000-year track record, why are you just now hearing about it? Well, for the last few millennia, the truth about boswellia has been buried in the sacred texts of the ancient Indian medical system called Ayurveda. That means traditional Indian healers were the only ones well-versed in its use. But recently, boswellia has burst onto the scene and shown, seemingly overnight, that everything we know about joint health could change. Because this herbal extract is one of nature's most powerful answers to the fiery attack of joint discomfort. See, research has shown that there's one specific compound in the extract that's responsible for the lion's share of the action. It's called acetyl-11-ketoboswellic acid. I know, acetyl what? I just call it ACPA. And I made sure Cineflex includes a new form of boswellia extract that's standardized to contain over 10% ACPA. That's a powerful dose of this ancient anti-stiffness herb. So when your joints are nice and comfy, whether you're active or you've been sitting in one place for a while, when you can still do all the things you love without paying a painful price, when you're eagerly taking on new challenges and adventures, you'll know that ACPA is hard at work letting you keep living life to the fullest. And that's why Cineflex could have such bold results for you. It brings together the greatest natural joint breakthroughs from the last 3,000 years, applies some cutting-edge science to make them even better, and delivers it all in a few easy-to-swallow capsules. But I want you to know that this can work for you before you take your first dose. I want to instill complete confidence. That's why I added a special bioenhancer blend consisting of antioxidant extracts, ginger, and pepper. This extra step helps your body fight the free radicals that come your way. Plus, pepper extract appears to enhance the absorption of other nutrients, so you can get the most out of every dose of Cineflex. Think of the bioenhancer blend as a natural amplifier for your comfort and flexibility. It takes an already powerful formula one step further, really putting it in a class by itself. Can you see why I'm so excited about how Cineflex could quickly change your life? Imagine the delighted surprise as the people around you start to see the difference. When your friends notice you moving with more comfort and freedom. Your kids realize you're not asking for help as much as you used to. Your neighbors see you still happily working in the flower bed. And the rest of your foursome notices the extra yards on your drives. That was my goal all along with Cineflex, to create a natural alternative that guarantees you more comfort and mobility to keep enjoying all life has to offer. And I know I'm on the right track when I listen to the messages from folks who have tried Cineflex. Just take a minute to listen to a few of the messages I've gotten recently. Joe called us to say, I was on glucosamine for years, but it was not as helpful over the last year or two. After taking Cineflex, I noticed my joints felt like they moved more smoothly. Not only was I feeling better, but I have more flexibility in my knees. Thank you. And Chip wrote us, my right knee was stiff along with some other places. Cineflex seems to be better than other products. Now my knee feels great. Cineflex helped Pat get back in the game. My joints were stiff and sore and I was having trouble playing golf. But Cineflex allows me to move more easily. I can play with ease. And help Tina get back on the dance floor. I've had very good results from Cineflex. I am enjoying Zumba dance classes at the gym with all its twisting and jumping. I couldn't do that so comfortably before Cineflex. I just love hearing how Cineflex lets you keep having fun. Spend more time with your family, more time traveling, less time in discomfort. So please, when these wonderful things happen for you, don't hesitate to write me. I can't wait to hear from you. You are the reason we created Cineflex. But I'll be honest with you, it wasn't easy to pack so much joint science into one formula. It took countless man-hours of research and development, not to mention the rigorous testing to ensure consistent quality. So that means Cineflex must come with a premium price tag, right? Not at all. We've worked with our suppliers to keep Cineflex affordable on just about any budget. If you were to purchase all these high-quality ingredients on their own, you could easily pay double or more. And that's if you could even find them all from reliable sources. A tall order, believe me. And keep in mind, with Cineflex, you're getting all the most powerful joint health breakthroughs from the last 3,000 years, including the master mineral for healthy joints, boron, and you're getting it in the premium form your body can use. The joint oil breakthrough, HyoJoint, the joint lubricating secret of elite athletes and trainers, without the needles. 2 powerful soothing herbs, cutting-edge hops extract, and a potent form of boswellia for fast comfort. The Joint Health Amplifier, a bioenhancing blend of antioxidant extracts to take this formula to another level, all at a very fair price. I'm sure you're wondering how to take advantage of this incredible deal right now. But what if you could save even more? What if you could try Cineflex without paying a cent for shipping? Right now, you can. All you have to do is choose the auto delivery service option and you'll be set for life. What does that mean exactly? Well, it works like this. You place your first order today and we rush Cineflex to your door. Enjoy the comfort and freedom that Cineflex provides. Then when your initial order is about to run out, our system will automatically alert us. We'll securely recharge the card you used to order today, and your next shipment of Cineflex will arrive at your door just in time. And of course, this is a no-strings-attached offer. You can change the delivery schedule, change the number of bottles in each order, pause the service, or even cancel it altogether at any time. And as long as you remain an auto delivery member, we'll pay for all your shipping costs. You could save up to $83 in the first year alone. You'll love auto delivery service because once you feel the life-changing results of Cineflex, you don't have to lift a finger to keep getting it. No calling back in or going back online to reorder means less hassle for you. Not to mention the free shipping. And you know what else you'll love? Not having to worry whether Cineflex will really work for you. See, I want you to feel completely secure when you place your order today. That's why Cineflex comes with my signature gold standard guarantee. It's my 100% satisfaction promise to you. It means that if at any time, for any reason whatsoever, you don't feel like Cineflex has exceeded your expectations, I'll give you back every penny of the purchase price. No questions, no hassles. Just send your current bottle back, even if it's empty, and I'll give you a prompt refund. After all, if Cineflex doesn't do for you what it's done for thousands of others, if it doesn't let you continue to enjoy life to the fullest, I wouldn't dream of keeping your money. And there's no time limit on my guarantee. Whether it's 3 months from now or 3 years down the road, you can always return your most recent order for a prompt and courteous refund. Some of my colleagues think I'm nuts to offer such a free and open money-back promise. They think I'll lose money or even get ripped off. But I'm sure that once you feel the change Cineflex makes in your life, you'll be so busy doing the things you love, continuously enjoying all the fun, spontaneous adventures life has to offer. Sending it back will be the furthest thing from your mind. And that's been the case for thousands of people already. Now, many of them were skeptical at first, and I can't blame them. But they heard about Cineflex, either from a caring friend or through a presentation like this one. They learned about the clinically researched breakthroughs that set Cineflex apart from everything else they've tried. Then they found out how convenient and affordable it is. Then they learned about the gold standard money-back guarantee, and they made the smart choice to try Cineflex. And now they're doing better than ever. They sleep soundly, they wake up feeling loose and limber, they keep exercising, dancing, golfing, traveling. In other words, they live independently and on their own terms. My friend, that's exactly what I want for you. And don't you deserve it? Don't you deserve to fully enjoy this time in your life, the time you've worked so hard for? Of course you do. so please don't wait any longer to join the thousands of happy, healthy Centerflex users. Oh, and just a friendly reminder, this money-saving deal on Centerflex is only available through this special online offer. So click the button below to order your supply of Centerflex now. And for a limited time, we're offering even more savings in the form of a big discount on multi-bottle orders. There's never been a better time to try Centerflex. Click the button below to find out how much you could save today. For North Star Nutritionals, I'm Dr. Alan Spreen. Thank you for listening.